sister changed her name to my exact full name and said it should not affect me. I found out my sister changed her name to my exact name, and I still don't know how I'm supposed to act normal about it. Not something close, my full name. My first name, our last name, the name on my license, and my work email. I'm not mad that she's trans, and I'm not mad that she changed her name. When she came out 2 years ago, I texted her and said I was happy for her. I meant it, but out of every name she could have picked, she picked mine, then acted like that should not affect me at all. We were never close. We grew up in the same small town and the same house, but we barely connected. She kept to herself. I had my own friends. After college, she moved to Portland, I moved to Chicago, and we almost never spoke. The last time I saw her, we said maybe 10 words. Then last month, my cousin called and said, "Did you know your sister is using your name now?" I laughed because I thought it was a joke. She didn't laugh back. She said, "Go look." I opened my sister's profile, and there it was. My first name, our last name. A pinned post said she had loved the name for years, and family friends were already commenting. I stared at the screen, trying to decide if I was being selfish. Then I saw a comment from a woman who used to work with my mom. It said, "Wait, isn't that your sibling's name too?" My face got hot. That was the problem. This was already turning from her private choice into a public question. I called her before I could talk myself out of it. I said, "I saw your name change. I need to understand what's going on." She sounded calm. She said she had tried other names, but nothing else felt right. Then she said, "We don't really talk. We don't live near each other. I didn't think it would affect you." I said, "How could it not affect me? It's my name." She said she wasn't taking anything from me. I said it felt that way. Our parents still live in our hometown, around people who remember us as kids. In a town like that, word moves fast, and every visit would come with questions. She said, "I understand it's awkward." I said it was more than awkward. People would think one of us copied the other, or that there was some story behind it. I'd be stuck explaining that I didn't change anything. She said she was not asking me to explain anything. I said, "You don't have to. That's what will happen." Then I asked, "Did you ever think about how I'd feel?" She sighed and said she knew it might be strange for me, but she couldn't avoid my name forever. I asked why my exact name had to be the one she couldn't let go of. She said, "Because it feels like mine." I said, "It already is mine." I asked if she had made it legal yet. She said no, but she was sending in the paperwork within the month. I asked if she would wait and think about changing the spelling, adding a middle name, or using my name as a middle name instead. I just wanted space between us on paper. She said changing it now would feel like backing down. I said, "I'm not people. I'm your sibling. I'm the person who already has that name." Her voice got sharper. She said, "And I'm your sister. I'm not doing this to hurt you." I wanted to believe that, but she had announced it before even calling me. She let me find out from a cousin. I told her that hurt too. She said she didn't know how to bring it up. After we hung up, the confusion started exactly the way I knew it would. Mom had already found out from the post, said something harsh, and now they weren't speaking. An old neighbor asked if I had changed my profile. A high school friend sent me a screenshot and wrote, "Is this you or her?" My aunt texted both of us and used the same name twice. I asked my sister for one more call before she filed anything. I told her I just needed her to understand that her choice was already landing on me, and I needed her to pick any version that didn't make us the same person on paper. She said, "You're acting like I stole your identity." I said, "No, I'm acting like you chose the one name that makes people confuse us." She said our lives were separate. I said our family wasn't. She said I cared more about being embarrassed than about her feeling comfortable. I said that wasn't fair, and she said none of this had been fair to her either. That was when I stopped trying to soften it. I told her, "I support you, but I don't support taking my exact full name." She went quiet. I said if she filed the paperwork, I couldn't stop her, but I wouldn't pretend it was fine or explain it for her. If people asked, I would tell them she chose my name after knowing it was mine. She said, "So you're making me the bad guy?" I said, "No, I'm asking you not to make me disappear inside my own family." She still said her mind was made up. I said, "Then I guess you've made your choice." She said,